Realtree's Midwest Whitetail is brought to you by Cabela's, Cuddyback, America's Best Bowstrings, Drake Non-Typical, Easton Arrows, Frigid Forage, Fuse, Grizzly Coolers, Hoyt, Hoyman Tree Saws, Lone Wolf Tree Stands, Nikon, Ozonics, Redneck Blinds, RTP Outdoors, Spot Hog Releases, Wasp Archery, Viking Solutions, and Realtree.
Well, welcome to another episode of Midwest Whitetails, the Heartland show. Just wanted to get out here and do a little update for you guys. I have not been on my farm since the muzzleloader season, where I made a real hard push at trying to get a buck down. I felt like that was one of my better chances to harvest a buck here in the late season this year, just because I had that advantage of having the muzzleloader. But obviously, I walked away from that weekend without getting a buck down, but we did see a lot of deer. Hunted with friends, got out and did some stuff with the kids, but no buck down. So I had not been on the farm since the last day of that season, which I believe was the 9th. Just wanted to give the farm a break, and it's just been really warm. Seasonal temps, I don't know that we've touched them lately. We've been in the high 30s, mid 40s, even the 50s some days. So I just felt like movement, probably there's a lot of nocturnal movement going on between all the pressure that the deer just went through, and just with it being that warm, and there's no need to feed. I guess we probably call it this time of year, where we get those really cold days where these deer want to get up while the sun's out and feed. So just kind of been giving them a break, and came out here this morning to check cards. I haven't checked them for these last few weeks as well, so wanted to check cards and start to put a plan together. Really planning on getting out here and hunting some in January. Our season ends in Illinois on January 20th, and looking ahead, we have some cold days coming up. So January 1st, New Year's Day, is one that I'm really looking at right now. We're gonna have temps go from the mid 30s, low 40s to about 19 degrees and colder for a couple days there. So I think that's a couple good days to target. So just wanted to get the cards checked and see what's going on with the bucks, what's around still, what's moved in this time of year, and just get a game plan set up for that. The other thing I wanted to talk to you guys a little bit about with my plan going forward this time of year is, at this time of year on my farm, we have a lot of food, and there's not a lot of food left on the surrounding properties. With a large state park bordering, there's a lot of deer that are held there, and once the food kind of dries up there, a lot of deer this time of year move into my farm. And my hit list, actually my target buck list, grows this time of year, just because so many deer move in for the food. And usually there's a couple new bucks that I hadn't seen all year that'll come in and kind of call the farm home the last few months of the year. So with that said, as the numbers of my hit list grow, with this year being a little unique and I haven't shot a buck yet, and then we're later in the year, I'm actually going to shrink my target deer down. I will shoot a deer 4.5 or older throughout the season, but with the deer being this late in the year, if they've made it this far, there's a good chance they're going to live to see next year. So there's actually probably a few 4.5-year-olds that I won't target, that I have hunted all year, that I'll kind of just let go at this point. I'm going to kind of give them a chance to hit 5.5. With that said, 5.5-year-old deer and older I will take. New bucks that have just showed up, new mature deer, if there's a 4.5-year-old that's showed up that we see on camera today, I'll probably still target a deer like that, just because they're probably not a homebody. The nice thing about them coming in late in the year for the food is usually one of them will stay. One of those new deer will stay and call the farm home, but for the most part they move back to their home ranges come summer and fall, and I don't see them again until late season. So but with that said, like I said, the numbers will grow as far as mature deer on the farm, but I'll kind of shrink that down a little bit. So which that just gives me a little more excitement going into late season. It just it's kind of like the season starts over a little bit for me right there. So looking forward to that, and getting out here and doing some hunting here in the next couple weeks. The only nice thing about these warm temps is with how warm it's been, your green plots have greened back up. So I got some spots where the winter rye is really green again, and the forage on some of the brassicas and radishes and stuff is really greened up still. So going forward with these last few hunts of the late season, definitely still looking forward to them, and I'm excited about them. I haven't completely shut the door on shooting a buck by any means. We're definitely going to target. We got a lot of does we need to hunt, but we'll still be targeting bucks, and some of those bucks are going to be a little different than we have throughout the year, which makes it exciting. But guys are still having luck. If you just watched the last main show, Josh Sparks just shot a really nice deer, his second one of the year, and Drake Lamb just shot a buck that I know they're gonna be bringing to you. So guys are still having luck, and it's definitely get out there and hunt still. Take advantage of these last few weeks that we get. So thanks for getting caught up with me, and I hope everybody had a good Christmas and continues to have a good holiday season. But thanks for watching another episode of Midwest Whitetails, the Heartland Show.